This is 2 days in a row now. I almost forgot to make the video, and so I'm making it just before I go to sleep. Today we had we continued a series on apologetics. We went through William Lane Craig's On Guard, which is this is the last time I will have been in it. I think we made it through to chapter 4. Why did the universe begin to exist? At which we looked at very logical reasons as to why there had to be a creator, and that was nice. And knowing that we were doing this, I did preface my time with looking at YouTube videos for people who debunk the Kalam cosmological argument, which is interesting because, well, what did I think was interesting? I watched the videos, I read a few articles online as well, and they're all like, well, Christians think that the universe has a creator, and one of their reasons for it is the Kalam cosmological argument. The idea that everything that has a beginning has a cause, the universe has a beginning, therefore the universe has a cause. And what do? They attack the argument that the universe cannot be infinite. So as Christians we teach that the universe has a finite beginning, and it had to have been so, otherwise there would have been an infinite amount of time between the beginning and now, therefore meaning that now would never happen. The short of it is that saying that anything is infinite is just absurd. For example, funny story, not true, but it's set in England. An infinite number of men walk into a bar. The first man orders a pint. The second man orders half a pint. The third man orders quarter of a pint, and so on, and so on, and so on. The bartender pulls 2 pints. Everybody has a drink. So now, everybody is holding an infinite number of drinks, and they go to sit down on an infinite number of chairs. So they do that. But one more person walks in. He's like, oh, there's an infinite number of people here already. They're already sitting on an infinite number of chairs, so there's nowhere for me to sit. So he turns to the nearest guy to him. He says, hey, could you all move up one so that I can sit here? And they all move up one, and the guy sits down. And they all have an infinitely good time. Yeah, so what's the point? What was the point of that story? Yes, infinity is just absurd. You can't assume that anything has been around for an infinite amount of time. But then everyone's like, well, what about God? God, you say God is infinite. And I'm like, well, no, because you've ignored the first statement. I said everything that has a beginning. Everything that has a beginning has a cause. Now, I'm never going to tell you that God has a beginning. That is just not God. He wouldn't be God if he had a beginning. But yes, I digress. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I watched these YouTube videos, and they're like, oh, Christians, they try to debunk the rationality of using infinity as a quantity for the length of the universe. And yet, they just say it's silly, but they never say why. And it got me thinking that perhaps people only try to refute the Kalam cosmological argument out of anger, rather than out of sincere logic. Because I know that anger can have a higher effect on people than observation. For example, sorry, I didn't plan to talk about all of this. I want to go to bed. For example, if you're having a bad morning, you're probably going to have a bad afternoon as well. Now, if you have a bad morning because you're playing football and you got injured, but in the afternoon you're going to watch all of your favorite movies, for some people, they live in the moment. They're like, oh, I had a good morning. No, they say, oh, I had a bad morning, I got hurt, but I'm going to have a good afternoon because I'm watching movies. But people who get angry when they get hurt, they will have a bad day for the whole day. They will be like, ah, I got hurt this morning. Ah, it still hurts this afternoon. Ah, I don't care about the movies, I'm in pain. Ah, because that's just the effect that anger has on people. So there's that. From 2 o'clock we started cooking to have a meal. At 7 we had a Passover meal, like Jewish people have. We had the unleavened bread and the grape juice. I was worried we were going to run out, so I was getting ready to fill the urns with water and do the Jesus thing, but we didn't run out, so I didn't have to resort to that. We had lots of lamb. We ate lots of lamb, dead lamb. And I got gifts. Shall I show them? Yeah, why not? Let's show you what I got. I got given some socks. You can never have too many socks. These are the ones, like, you know, toe socks? They're like gloves for your feet. This is not like that. This is an individual toe for your big toe, and the rest is like a mitten. And this got some sort of Japanese lines and floral design. If I just say lines and floral, that sounds very Art Nouveau, but it's not. This is very Far East Asian, and looks not Art Nouveau at all. I was given a gift. Sorry, that sounded like I threw it. I just thought you didn't see it. I didn't throw it. I knew exactly where it was going to land. I kind of chucked it onto the table. Angela got given a gift as well. And no, I'll show you. It's no surprise. It's another handkerchief. People like buying new handkerchiefs, I guess. The people we were working with in Korea last year gave Angela a handkerchief as well. So this lady at English class gave me a handkerchief to give to Angela, and it's been folded to look like a little kimono. That's cute. It's covered in strawberries, so that's cool. I'll give that to Angela. What else went on today? Oh, I gave somebody a birthday present because it was their birthday. And I'm trying to get hold of some... Oh no, I'm not going to tell you about that. That's a whole other video. I'm trying to get hold of something. I will try and get it tomorrow. I guess I can actually go to bed now. I finished talking. I've run out of things to say. And it's midnight. Here. Still got 9 hours before it's Saturday in England. Okay. Good night. Oyasumi nasai.